Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. In peace and salutations to Ya'akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Raya with another video, and I'm going to start it off with 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau, or the so-called white man, is the end of the world, and Jacob, or you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is the beginning of it that followeth. And you don't have to be a spiritual person to see that we're on the verge of something major happening to life as we know it. The ecosystem is on a near total collapse. There are chemtrails in the air. There are whales and other sea life beaching themselves on the shores because there's so many pollutants in the ocean. There's talks of a global economic collapse. Relationships between men and women are at the worst they've ever been. That's why you're seeing a rampant rise in homosexuality and lesbianism. There are GMOs in the foods causing people to get cancer. You've got scientists talking about extinction level pestilences and famines in the near future, and we're on the brink of a nuclear World War III. And under whose watch has this all happened? These Edomites are so-called white people whom the world has been given into the hands of as pursuant to Job 9:24, the wicked. And it's all a further sign of the times that you Edomites need to get out of this power seat, because if you were allowed to rule for another 100 years, maybe even 50 years, no flesh would be saved. And I'm going to get into an article on activistpost.com just to show why you Edomites need to be taken out of your power seat. The whole world's suffering under your rulership. What's happening to trees, the planet's lungs? Tropical rainforests, in particular, often are called the lungs of the planet because they take in carbon dioxide, the consensus establishment's supposed culprit causing climate change. Trees breathe out oxygen, their natural symbiotic relationship with humans. Shouldn't we plant more trees? We're not under Esau, the so-called white man, who's all about profit and control. You're seeing forests and jungles all around the planet being strip mined for their resources, or torn down to create another shopping mall or a city. Where have the autumn tree colors of former years gone? Here in southeast Pennsylvania, most trees still have dark green leaves at the end of October 2018. In previous years, the sugar maples would have turned a golden yellow so vibrant that their warm color would reflect into the house, brightening the inside with a golden glow. Spring blooming dogwoods no longer turn their vivid crimson red of past years. Oak leaves no longer turn a toasty brown, they turn black. Personally, I miss the fall tree leaf colors. What an ecological disaster and man-made crime. The current tree leaf phenomena has been occurring here the last 2 or so years in trees where I live within the watershed area to the Wissahickon Creek. I miss the rainbow of colors that every autumn of the previous 9 years that I have lived here. Note, I lived 80 years and remember the gorgeous fall leaf color spectacles of the past. No one can fool us old-timers about what's going on and the obvious message around weather geoengineering. And as the author of this article just said, look at how much of a drastic change there's been in 80 years. Just complete madness. And for you Jakes out there, just think about the hoods and where you live. Are there really any trees there? Not really. And if they are, they look like they're on the verge of death, because these trees are as this author said earlier, the lungs of the earth that contribute to mental well-being. That's why a lot of you Jakes are bugging out in the hoods. But if you go to these suburbs where they have a lot of trees, they're trying to kill you Jakes off. I'm going to skip this right here. There's a video for you brothers to watch if you feel like it. I'm going to go right here. Aaron of Southwest Ohio explains that he was caught in rain and has experienced sinus infections and respiratory problems since from those chemtrails in the air. He claims the trees seem to be sprayed with some sort of defoliant to encourage their leaves to die on the trees, which then hang on through the winter. A strange anomaly for sure. And what kind of madman would do this, destroy the planet he has to live on? Esau, the so-called white man, that devil of the scriptures. Everything you touch just turns to death and destruction. Listen to the reasons for leaves on trees remaining fully green this late into the season, so close to year's end. Dane talks about the problem of desiccants being sprayed and the highly toxic air we breathe through the 1608 minute mark on the timeline. Dane goes on further to explain the hazards of glyphosate being used in commercial farming and environmental politics of the same. And you brothers out there should look up glyphosate. That's in a lot of food, that's in a lot of the produce that's in these supermarkets, and it's a chemical that's causing all kinds of health problems. Regardless of what anyone may think about climate change, chemtrails, or conspiracy theories, we as a global community of living humans are in dire straits regarding the living conditions of the planet, its ecosystem and environment, the realistic state of nature, and the termination ecocide of a once thriving benevolent planet Mother Earth. And no other nation of people, when they were in rulership, destroyed the earth like this. They lived in somewhat harmony with the planet, but you've got these Edomites just trying to turn it into this alien robotic world, thinking that they can do one better than the Most High, thinking that they are the Most High. There's a definite climate change. It's man-made, developed by controllers with apparent sick minds who want to change the world into their upside-down, inside-out, perverted idea of better living through science and technology, using patents to effect that unnatural change. How come humans and the natural world evolved for millennia upon millennia perfectly well until now, when we are confronted with the horrors of nuclear fission, thanks to Esau, a man-made concept that can destroy all life and the planet, man-made ordinances capable of destroying previously viable cities and countries, also created by Esau, man-made chemicals capable of altering and ruining life cycles and life forces, another one of Esau's contributions to the planet, man-made electromagnetic frequencies and radio frequencies that are disrupting brain function, breaking DNA strands, therefore contributing to all sorts of cancers, man-made geoengineered food crops that have the proven propensity to ruin the human body's microbiome and immune system, man-made fallacious concepts for improving health by mandating and implementing humans eat, drink, and have neurotoxic poisons injected into their bodies under the fictitious notion of improving life, health, and the immune system. And that's all through Esau's medical industry, where they want you to be sick by taking these pills or going to the doctor and getting these treatments that just do more harm than good. Just think about chemotherapy. You get hit with radiation to get rid of cancer cells. Just complete madness. And there's all throughout history, there's always been herbal remedies to get rid of any ailment, but Esau wants to keep that hidden so he can make money. If you look it up, you've seen a lot of these holistic doctors have been showing up dead lately. Man-made propaganda to create memes, sell addictive products, and reverse common sense thinking to create a world so sick that humans, wildlife, and food may not be able to survive. For Esau is the end of the world, point blank period. All of Esau's crimes and all these bullet points showing why you Edomites need to be taken out of that power seat. This autumn, may I respectfully suggest you're visiting a local garden nursery, which probably will have greatly reduced in price trees, and purchasing a couple or more trees to plant on your property. And that's not going to help. Salakia. The only thing that's going to help is for these Edomites, or so-called white people, to be taken out of their power seat. I'm going to go to a few scriptures to further condemn you Edomites for your wickedness. And these all just fit you Edomites like a glove. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to start at verse 5. Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers, and we know who that wicked is, whom the world has been given into the hands of, as pursuant to Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Esau is the border of wickedness. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, such as by giving them geoengineered foods, spraying the air with chemtrails, having pollutants get into the water, strip mining the environment, destroying these trees, as well as colonizing these other nations of people and stealing their resources and setting up puppet governments to do the bidding of these Edomites. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing after you Edomites have been taken out of your power seat. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee because there are no more chemical defoliants getting sprayed on them, or they're getting torn out of the ground. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.